What is up? What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's bad news. Motor's got to come out. So let's get it out. Let's go. Now I know that I haven't been posting. Yes. You know, we do this every time. Sorry. So we got brand new tires loaded up, and we was gonna go, racing, and yeah, cranked it up. Heard a god awful noise. Started pulling the oil pan off of it, and come to find out, flex plate's broke. So we got to put a flex plate on this thing. Already got it, but the way it's built, y'all know this, the transmission don't come out unless the motor comes out. So we're gonna leave the trans in the car and take the motor out. So first we got to get the bumper, the grill, turbo kit, intake, all that stuff off of it, and get this thing out, change out the flex plate, and throw it back in. We haven't been racing a whole lot. Been trying to spend time with my son. He goes to college in just a few days, really. It's like 2 weeks at this point. So yeah, if y'all remember back, I kept hearing a noise and I always thought it was the mid plate, and kind of found out it was the flex plate cracking and rattling around in there. So let's get this thing out, man. It shouldn't take too long, maybe an hour or two, and we should have it out. So I guess quit stalling and let's do it. I ain't happy about it, but let's do it. All right, so we're underneath the car. You can see we got all the header and turbo kit and all that off. I'm just waiting on my wife to come out here to hold the motor while I bust torque converter bolts, and you can kind of see why we're pulling it out right there, and it's like that over the entire flex plate. I don't know if you can see, there's a gigantic crack right there from there to there. It's literally everywhere. I think it's from tire shake, to be honest, to be completely honest with you. And a lot of people might be wondering, why not drop the trans? Well, we got studs, right? Because it's a power glide to a Mopar, and we're using an adapter plate. The reason we use an adapter plate is in case anything happens, all of our other transmissions or Chevrolet pattern, we can just swap on a new trans without having to worry about bell housings. But it's really biting us in the ass on this one. So once she comes out here anyway, we'll bust the torque converter off, and then we got mid plate mounts, starter, and bell housing bolts, and then motor comes out. So just waiting on her. We might have had a leak or two. Not a leak, but like a very light misting, which is, it's fine. It's a race car, sweats horsepower. So yeah, as soon as she comes out here, we'll get it done. Yeah. Alright, so I think it's ready to come out. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Everything looks disconnected. Just hook up the cherry picker, and I think that's it. And motor plate bolts, mid plate's already off, torque converter, bell housing. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab the cherry picker out of the back of the truck and get to it. Alright, motor's out. Had to drop the K member. It was as you can see, not gonna make it out. So converter also decided to come with the engine, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah, fun times. I'm having so much fun. So we popped this converter off, and this is bad little mamma jamma from PTC. It's a little loose, but just the way I like it. And then we can show you this flex plate and see how bad it really is. Alright, so converter is stuck on there. I'm trying to pry it out. We're right at an hour and a half from start to getting it out. It I don't know, 15-20 minutes figuring out the whole pan was in the K member like a dummy. So I'm gonna keep prying at this and hopefully get it out. But I mean, you can already, yeah, She's toast. Which, I mean, I know that, so that's why we bought a new one. But I ain't never seen the converter get stuck in a crank like this. So I don't know what it's doing there. But we'll keep working at it. We'll get it out. Yep. She's done for. Well, we'll go ahead and bust it off and put a new one on. Alright, brand new flex plate back on. Engine's going back in the car. We got Dad over here. Dad helped me remove the old flex plate. I don't even know what he did with it. I gave it to him and he threw it. Everything's a mess. Y'all know the deal. Tools everywhere. Shop cat's been keeping a mess in the garage. You know, we should probably put the converter back in. That'd probably be ideal. So, throw converter in, motor back in car, button everything up. Let's go. Alright guys, once again, I suck as trying to do this YouTube thing. So, motor's back in. It's mostly hooked up. Still got to do the turbo kit, grill, bumper, and like burn down tubes and spark plug wires. Which, I mean, spark plug wires are laying in there, over there. So, I mean, and as you see, it's a different day. I filmed that Saturday, that last clip. We had the hardest time trying to get the motor to sit flush with the transmission. The crank adapter for the you know, Mopar to GM, it's made of steel for some reason, so it corrodes, and also had a hard time pulling the converter out. I think that clip is in here. Can't remember, it's been 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, so it's hard to get back on. The easiest way is pull the trans with the engine. So, but we have made it thus far. Yeah, burn down tube and shop cat. Hey, Miss Claire, pretty baby. Funny story about that cat. My dad came and got me. We went racing in Holly Springs, and yeah, so it rode from my dad's house to over here, but I guess she likes it over here, so we have a shop cat. This is Claire. She keeps trying to get in the house. I already got 2 cats and a dog, and this is a female cat. My old female cat is already spayed. My male cat is not neutered, and she is not spayed, so she can't go in the house just yet. But we'll get her to the vet sometime soon, so she'll be able to go in the house. Can you say hey? You sleepy baby. Anyway, back to Duster. Headers, turbo kit, turbo feed, turbo drain, bumper grill, and I think we're good. Everything's wired. I cleaned up some of the wiring, cleaned up some of the bolts. Yeah, I mean, I'll still got to do fuel lines. I mean, that's easy stuff. And here we have a wild Gavin appearing. So, yeah, that's where we are. I ain't going to end this video until this thing fires up, so we'll jump forward to that. Oh, tomorrow's Gavin's 18th birthday. So, he'll already be 18 by the time you see this. He'll probably be at college. So, tell him happy birthday down in the comments. So, hey Gav. Fresh from Tidal Wave, looking spiffy, making that money. You have a good day?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright.
Alright, anyway, so we're rambling. Well, here. It's another new day. But headers around. We got the Ultra Copper RTV drying up on there. Now a lot of people will be like, you're a hack, why are you using RTV? Well, I've never had good luck out of a big block Mopar, in this car particularly, keeping header gaskets. My heads are flat, my headers are flat, but with a turbo car you can't have an exhaust leak, because all of a sudden your dome pressure will start going up and up and up to make the same amount of boost, because you're not driving in the exhaust turbine as hard as it normally does. So
Plus it sounds terrible. So go ahead and, you know, any high temp RTV will work, but we use ultra copper in this, so we're gonna let that tack up. While that's doing that, I guess I'll start getting the fuel lines plumbed back up. Kind of went a little overboard this time. You're able to see it. Normally you're not able to see it, but it did have a header leak, a very small one that you couldn't really hear, so that's why I just left it. But we'll keep chugging away at it. I'm gonna have help putting the turbo back on, so I'll probably call Gav. He's inside somewhere, and help me slap the turbo back on. Besides that, it's real close to making some noise. Gotta put oil in it, and then we'll go from there. So we'll pick back up when I think there's something that I should share, which is right now for you. It's together all the way. We got oil in it, we got the grill on it, we got a bumper on it, we got the gavin beside it. We're gonna fire it up, see what happens. All right. Fuel pressure and oil pressure are backwards, but running good. So just gotta unplug those and plug them back in. No big deal.
The next day.
Alright, dudes and dudettes, it's next day. We only got that one pass, and you seen it leave, kind of hiccuped in like the first 15 feet, and then went out, and big puff of smoke. Well, what happened was for some reason the oil pressure sensor is reading no oil pressure, so the safety kicked on. And the safety pulls 30 degrees at a timing. Now, with all that being said, I'm also an idiot and I have the Holley, high flow boost solenoid, don't call it, that guy. These plugs are identical. And the fill was on the vent side, the vent was on the fill. So when the dome pressure read, a lot, it was trying to vent and it was actually filling. It didn't make that much boost, y'all. It only made like 30 pounds, which is nothing for this motor, because we didn't get very far. And then, as it was also telling it just wasn't working right, but it only made 30 pounds. So it was already down at 22 degrees, and we ripped 30 out of it, and then a nice big pow out of the intake. It was actually so big that it blew off the coupler, obviously the charge pipe, and it rotated the housing, because the housing's on a V-band. It's not bolted. It's a on 3107. It just rotated the housing. No big deal. We come back, we kind of figure out what happened. It takes us a few minutes. So we at that point, we go ahead and move the turbo back, put the charge pipe back on. No big deal. We're going to go make another pass. Crank it up. And it starts blah, 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 blah. At this point, we don't know that it's the oil pressure safety. I briefly looked at the logs, and it showed like 30 pounds. I was like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. So figured the boost solenoid out. Or the I guess it's called the boost cylinder. Figured that out, flipped them. Okay, no big deal. Let's go make another hit. Cars runs fine, back up. All of a sudden, starts popping through the intake. Blah, 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 blah. What the heck? And you know, when it's on 8 degrees of time, and it don't like that. You know. So after 45 minutes or so, we finally realized something's going on with the oil pressure sensor, because it'll be reading, you know, 90 pounds, and then just a few seconds later it'll be reading 0, then it'll be back to 90, then 0. And if you lose oil pressure, you lose oil pressure. And when you wiggle the wires, it worked, and then all of a sudden it'll quit. So we have, I think, a wiring issue. Now, when I pulled this apart at the track, this piece was missing, and I didn't see it down in the sensor. So I just plugged it back in, pulled it in the trailer. Obviously, it was stuck in the sensor because it's there now. So I'm wondering that maybe that was just keeping it from having good contact. Maybe I'm just an idiot, which we all know that's more than likely the case. Is I'm just an idiot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this back in. Good click. I'm gonna go back here. Probably gonna die doing this. Every time I start this car in the trailer, I about die. E85 fumes is not great. And the Claire kitty's in here. She's about to run for her life. But yeah. All it was that cap came off and was not allowing a good connection, is the theory. That's what we're going to go with, because I had to step out of the trailer for a minute, but it's been running for a few. Whew, buddy. Get out of here. I can't take it down the road because they just redid my road. So it's a chip seal road. So once a year they dump asphalt and gravel. So can't really send it down the road. Claire, you in here, baby? Claire kitty. Nope. So can't really send it down the road. But it's okay. I'll pull it out and mess with it, but I think it's fixed. So sorry we didn't make more passes, but you know, got quite a bit done. Didn't share as much as I wanted to. Also, you know, trying to spend time with my son before he goes away. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.